today we finished our project and I need to cast off. So I thought I'd show you guys how I cast off. Hey peeps, it's JJ with Baby Girl Craftin', and I have finished the first little square for the Darn Good Yarn Challenge Stitch of the Month. For January's stitch, it was the knit stitch, and oh my word, now I gotta cast off. And I didn't know how to do that, so I was sitting with this project on my needle and I didn't know what to do. So I figured out how to cast off and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So let's go take a look. Okay, so when you get to the point where your project is basically where you want it to be, now you got to figure out how to get it off your hook. So this is casting off. You're going to start off by doing like the same stitch you've been doing, and you're going to initially you're going to do two. So in this case I was doing the knit stitch, so I'm going to do two knit stitches. Oh, sorry, I should probably do them on camera for you, huh? Alright, so I did two knit stitches. Then you're going to take this, so now you have two loops on your dominant hands hook. You're going to take, oh, it's just easier to do with my fingers. For demonstration purposes, I'll show you it this way. You're going to take that second loop and you're going to pull it over the first and pull it through like that. So now you only have one loop on that hook, and this other loop has now fallen off. And I'll show you with the needles the next one. So now you're going to create another stitch. So now we have two loops on hook again. And we're going to do the same thing. So what you do, this is where it comes in with me being new and not being very or coordinated with my needles. You can take your needle and stick it under that second loop and then pull it over the first loop. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but that's how it works. And then now you have two loops off and one loop on hook. Now we're going to do another stitch. So again, we have two loops on hook again. So we're going to take this farthest loop from the point, from the tip, and we're going to pull it over the closest loop on the tip. You can't see it. There you go. And now there's only one loop on hook. Now we're going to do another stitch. So when you're casting off, you're only going to ever have two loops on your dominant hands hook or needle, and then you're going to go down to one. So you're going to take it over the top so that now you only have one loop on hook. And you'll just do this till you get to the very end of that row. And I'll show you what you're left with. So create a stitch and then pull the previous stitch over the new stitch and one stitch on hook. I'm still not very coordinated with these needles, but I'm coordinated enough that I can do this. And I'm actually starting to look forward to doing some more. But I thought I'd show you guys how I do this casting off. I actually don't know if there's other ways to do it. This is just how I figured out how to do it. Like that. And now we're going on to our last stitch of that row. Take it off. And then we're gonna, now our non-dominant hand has no stitches on it. We're gonna pull this stitch over. And so we get down to where we have one stitch on hook in our dominant hand. And then to fix that, we're gonna take scissors and snip it off. And I don't know how else to do this, but just run this through that loop and that secures it, and then you can tie in your ends. And we're left with that. Woohoo! And tying in ends is the same as you do it in crochet, and if you don't know how to do it, I guess I could do a video for that eventually. But that's how you cast off. So until next time, later peeps!